Can I take your details?
Am I obliged to?
Well, obviously, with the current climate, and you're acting a bit strangely filming the police station.
No, I just told you what I'm doing. Photography's not a crime. I'm sat here and waiting to get some pictures of a police car going in and out of the police station to finish off a story that I've been working on.
Yeah,
So I'm not obliged to give you my details because I haven't broken any laws.
you might not get that in my face.
Well, it's not in your face and you came up to me, so...
Yeah, because you're filming the police station.
Well, that's not against the law though, is it?
No, but it's suspicious, strange
It is quite
behaviour.
suspicious.
No, I don't think it is. And terrorism or current climate has nothing to do with it. Terrorism in Waterlooville, I don't think so.
It can happen anywhere, and it will cause us concern that you're sat here constantly filming a police station.
Well, why are you saying constantly?
Because
I've been sat here for 20 minutes waiting for a car to come round the corner to go into the police station, which is what I wanted to capture.
Which we did.
Yeah.
So once that happened, I'd expect you to stop.
Yeah, you continued to film.
Because you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
And left. If that was
Because you got out of the car and then you started walking over here. You just turned yours on.
Mine's on already.
Alright, well that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. You're recording me and I'm recording you. But I'm not obliged to give you my details because I haven't broken any laws. Okay? And being suspicious is not a crime
You can
either.
appreciate though, given the current climate and terrorism being an issue, you are sat here.
There's no terrorism in Waterlooville. Yeah. Oh, and I understand why you come over to speak to me, but coming over and like, oh, we'll get your details, blah blah blah, I'm not obliged to do
Obviously,
that.
I'm engaging in a conversation with you.
And I told you what I was.
I'm PC Morris.
I told you what I was doing.
Police station. All I asked was for your details. You could introduce yourself.
I explained to you what I was doing.
And I understand that. All I asked was for your details, for your name.
No, you don't need my name.
No?
No, because
Okay,
you
that's fine.
stick it in your computer and it stays there forever.
It's not that. It was honestly from me to engage in a conversation with you. Appreciate it.
I just spoke to my sergeant as well.
Yeah.
Under the Terrorism Act, the climate is severe and the way you're acting, I will need your details.
You're not being detained, you're free to leave, but as soon as you step away, the threat of arrest looms. This is where our story begins. Outside, a police station auditor, Panaki, sets up his camera. No complaints, no offenses, just a quiet act of filming, and yet officers approach demanding personal details, citing vague powers, leaning on the Climatia's justification questions. Go unanswered laws, our misquoted pressure replaces clarity. What follows is a tense standoff. Photography is not a crime, suspicion is. Not enough, but the narrative shifts slowly from routine observation to confrontation. Every word, every gesture reveals a delicate balance between rights authority and the thin line where lawful curiosity meets undue scrutiny, and here that line becomes unmistakably clear.
Come on, I haven't broken the law.
Recording equipment if you are filming the police station under the current climate severe. Okay?
It is
That's not. No, it's not. That's
anyone watching your videos.
you can't seize my
Anyone
equipment.
watching your videos that you are currently, say you're live streaming,
Yeah.
will probably agree that under terrorism at the moment, with the risk as it is.
Now this is live streaming because if you take my phone, it's not on my
I'm
phone.
explaining to you, I'm explaining to you the reasons why I'm speaking to you, and all I am requesting for is your details. I'm not
obliged to get. I've not broken no
If
laws.
you don't give us your details, it gives us grounds to arrest.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's unlawful arrest. No, that is unlawful arrest.
Failure to give
I've not broken no laws, so that would be an unlawful arrest.
Under the Terrorism Act, I'm requiring your name and address because of your behaviour.
Terrorism. To sit here and do this.
Right, well, why didn't you tell us that? Can you see or show us that, please?
Where's your written permission? It's
That's not a public place.
Police station. A police station's not a public place.
Well, it's still paid for by the public, isn't it?
It's not a public place though. Under the
Well, where I am is a public place,
You're right there.
and I'm allowed to film anything I can see from a public place.
Within reason, but if your actions go beyond that, and
Well, my actions aren't gone beyond that. I've told you exactly what I'm doing. It's to finish off the end of my social experiment blog that I was making.
You're still filming now, so
I'm filming now for my own protection.
protection from what?
From you. You're standing there threatening to arrest me under terrorism.
No, I'm asking for your name and details.
Which I'm not obliged to give you unless I've been arrested for a crime.
I don't feel like we've given you any cause for concern about our behaviour.
Oh, he's threatening to arrest me under the Terrorism Act, which you couldn't even quote to me.
I'm not going to quote every part of the law.
You're telling me, but by me not giving you my details,
that's not my job.
you told me by me not giving you my details is an arrestable, which it isn't.
Which is what you've just.
I am perfectly entitled to sit here and film a police station from a public space. In fact, I can even give you the law on photography. There you go.
They said that you do not need a permit to film or
No, I don't.
in a public place. It doesn't say anything about filming or taking photographs from a place that isn't public. Photography on private land is not restricted if the landowner has given permission.
I'm on public land.
Yeah, but
I can still.
the fact that you're filming a police station which is not
From. That's not a house though, is it?
No, but it's not a public place.
Yeah, but if someone wants to stand outside my house in the public and film it, they're allowed to do that by law.
No.
There is no law that's... No, there's no law. No, there's not.
Right.
No, there's not.
After there's permission from one of their bosses.
I don't need permission to film the police station from a public
No, as I
space.
said, my
From the moment the notebook opens and the pen is poised, the interaction is already one-sided. There's no greeting, no attempt to establish context, just demands for personal details. If a camera automatically signals wrongdoing, attempts to explain follow, but they feel crafted after the fact, a thin veneer over what the footage shows. When a sergeant is consulted, the suggestion to invoke terrorism legislation surface an extraordinary leap, refusing to hand over details, suddenly becomes framed as an offense, and the powers to seize equipment are misrepresented. But recording from a public place isn't a crime, and refusal doesn't create grounds for arrest. Written law is presented, yet officers still try to redefine the rules, claiming public space doesn't apply. Every word, every gesture exposes a fundamental misunderstanding of authority and rights, and the tension is
suspicions about your behaviour is all very strange.
What's suspicious about my behaviour? Do you think I'm a terrorist?
You're not talking to
Have I got any bombs in my bag?
quite defensive about the fact that
Yes, because you've come over here to stop me. You're trying to stop me finishing my blog.
you wouldn't even provide me an
Well, that's because I don't need to.
All this amount.
Because I'm not obliged to give you my name, that's
You're not
why.
obliged.
Well,
However,
exactly.
when I approached you to engage in a conversation, and you were quite defensive.
I actually didn't want a conversation. If you had just gone into the police station, I would have left because I got the footage that I wanted.
Yeah, but you can understand that obviously, given the fact that you're sat here filming a police station, it's quite concerning for us.
Why?
For officer safety.
What am I going to do?
You're
What
about to
officer
publish
safety?
a video showing the registration plate of police cars in a police station.
They're in public all day, every single day. Police cars. There's no privacy in public. That's why there's CCTV cameras, millions of them all around the country. So I don't think your colleague really should stand there and threaten to take away my camera equipment. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. It's on camera. It's a threat. So in order for me to give up my details that I'm not obliged to give you.
Believe that we wouldn't be able to seize your phone. Why would you be recording live to a cloud so that when your phone is taken?
Oh, when my phone's taken?
That's what you said.
Is that what you're saying? When my phone's... That's why I'm recording to the cloud and not onto my phone.
You said that you record so that if somebody takes your phone,
yeah,
that the videos aren't there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I've still got my evidence, because I can't get your evidence off of your camera. If this goes to court for me to get all my camera equipment back.
Why would you assume this is going to go to court?
Because if you're going to take my camera equipment, then it's going to go to court, isn't it?
Why would you assume we were going to take?
Because you would have unlawfully arrested me and unlawfully taken my camera equipment. You're trying to scare me into giving you my details that I'm not obliged to give you. I'm not obliged to give you my details. Well, I don't need to account. I'm
perfectly entitled to film from public land. Law books confirm it. No permit required, no permission needed yet. That fact barely registers. The officers insist the police station isn't public, that filming it is suspicious, that his composure signals defensiveness. Each justification stretches thinner under scrutiny. Questions about officer safety emerge, and the focus shifts again. Capturing vehicle registrations is suddenly a threat, yet police cars are in public all day, their plates visible to anyone. Walking past threats to seize his camera are made warnings to hand over personal details float in the air. Every pivot ignores the law. Every claim hinges on discomfort rather than fact. Through it all records to the cloud, safeguarding evidence against unlawful caesurea, silent testament to the tension between public rights and overreach.
And threat and trying to intimidate me
in their details is a necessity that we can use for an arrest.
by making me think he's going to take away my camera equipment.
Didn't say that it was a threat that he was going to arrest you at all.
Okay. Am I being detained?
Sorry?
Am I being detained?
No, it's merely a stop.
Okay.
I mean, if you do leave, obviously we do have powers.
Are you going to use those powers if I leave then? Because you just said I'm not being detained, so I'm free to go.
You're not being detained.
So am I free to go?
And by all means, if you do leave, it does mean that we would be able to use powers to arrest you on the grounds of suspicion of an offence.
What offence?
My colleague is speaking to my sergeant at the moment.
So, am I free to go?
That's obviously your decision.
And I'm not being detained?
That's obviously your decision.
And I'm free to leave? Am I free to leave? What's that mean?
As I've just explained to you, it was a stop an account.
Have I broken any laws?
At the moment, you are filming a police station.
That's not breaking the. That's not breaking the law.
Which is why me and my colleague came over to speak to you.
That's not breaking the law, though, is it?
As I explained to you, my colleague has basically gone to speak to my sergeant to discuss.
Right. Are you detaining me here?
I'm not detaining you.
Right. So am I free to leave?
I would suggest you didn't leave.
Am I free to leave?
I would suggest you didn't leave.
Why?
I would suggest that you didn't leave.
Why?
I have answered your question. What you do next is up to you.
Well, I know what's next is up to me, but you just said I'm not being detained, so therefore I'm free to leave because I've broken no laws.
The next move is yours. I've asked you to wait.
Okay, I don't want to wait. I'm going to leave and I'm going to go home. Okay?
He asks a simple question: am I being detained? The answer is clear: no, he is free to leave, and yet the moment he steps toward that freedom, the conversation flips. Suddenly powers to stop and arrest are invoked based on vague suspicion, and unnamed offenses. Equipment may be seized. Terrorism legislation floated, all without a concrete legal basis. Words meant to carry weight are tossed loosely, undermining their legitimacy. Every threat, every tactic hinges on discomfort, not law. And then, just as suddenly it ends, he walks away. No detention, no offense established, no lawful foundation. The uniforms remain, the powers were mentioned, but substance never appears. The lesson is clear: authority must be grounded in law, not assumption. Accountability is the safeguard, and knowing your rights is the first line of defense.